You have been putting rather too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you are becoming because you believe too little of yourself. It's official. I just made the announcement on YouTube this morning that I am officially documenting my life, and that's the direction of this channel. I am observing the mental chatter of, this is dumb, you shouldn't be doing this, why are you filming this, this doesn't matter. I'm not ignoring it, but I'm observing it and allowing it to be there without me actually doing anything about it. So here goes another vlog, whether you watch it or not.
It is cold in Austin, Texas.
29 degrees.
It's 9:15. I spent the morning cuddling with Maverick, passing him off to my mom, and now we're headed to the gym.
Okay, so I made it to the gym, and I actually had to turn around halfway because I realized I was wearing my Uggs. I had to go back and get my shoes.
I'm at Lifetime right now. This is where I've been going for a long time because of inflation. Like, I used to pay $100 a month for it. Now I pay $220, which is ridiculous. And this is not even a Lifetime that has childcare. I'm just in a phase of cutting excess from my life. So I only have a few days left at Lifetime. It's gonna cancel at the end of the month, so gotta get it in while I can.
In the office, about to hop on a reading, talking to a manifesting generator.
Recording in progress.
Today is January 17th. Tell me a little bit about your journey to get here.
Recently retired from a 26-year law enforcement career. I've looked into Akashic Records, reading different books on astrology, numerology. So I'm dipping my toe into everything.
The contrast between like military and then diving like the esoteric and
yeah, totally 180-degree difference, turnaround.
When people book a human design reading, they think like, oh, I'm gonna walk out, I'm gonna like know what my future is and who I am and everything's gonna become clear. It's more of a journey in terms of you begin to learn who you are not. And as you drop the things of who you are not, who you are begins to rise to the surface, and you can begin to step more into that. For example, this one is like thinking you have something to prove. So you learn you need to prove yourself, and that begins to kind of change your path. It can pull you away from what would naturally unfold if you were exclusively following your own energy. Okay, that call was decent. I just made some lunch. Kevin's. I'm obsessed with this stuff. Super easy way to just get a ton of protein very quickly. 3:27, I have to teach a class in 30 minutes, my human design class. I have the slides kind of laid out. Well, I say I have it kind of laid out. I made 50 slides. I think it's pretty. The aesthetic in me enjoys this. I don't think that's how you say that, but it is what it is. So I have 20 minutes left before this class. So instead of spending time making more slides, putting more into it, thinking through, I'm just spending this time talking to you and getting tapped in and really asking myself, like, do I think I have something to prove? No, I've already been invited to share the wisdom that I know, and I have a lot of wisdom right here. Got my slides organized. We're good to go. I think I'm gonna pull an oracle card. This is my favorite deck. I'll link to it in the description below for anyone that's curious about decks. I like to put my energy into the cards, really mix up the deck. Breathe. I'm gonna ask, what should I keep top of mind as the message flowing through the class today? And then I pull it and I see what it is. Oh, that's so good. Seeing the true you. I've never pulled this card. You have been putting rather too much faith in the reflections others have of you, to the point that you might not be honoring all that you are and all that you are becoming because you believe too little of yourself. Whenever you have a white center within your chart, it is going to hijack your mind. It wants to say all of these things to make you feel like you're crazy so that you make decisions by following the mind instead of the body's wisdom. If you can learn these 9 questions, you quickly have a refresher for what that center is about. One of the questions I have to ask all the time is, do I think I have something to prove? Do you think you have something to prove? Always. Always. And I texted Sam, my husband, and was like, oh my God, I could totally tell. I'm trying to prove myself as I'm creating these slides. Last night, I was creating slides and found myself like at 10 p.m. being like, do you know when enough is enough, Amanda? I was like, what are you doing? You're literally creating slides on not self. And here you are. It's like we have these neural pathways in our brain. Prove yourself. Prove yourself. Like you're used to going that direction to prove yourself. It will impact your business. It will impact your relationships. It will impact where you live. It impacts everything. It's crazy when you start to pay attention to it. And so do I think I have something to prove? Am I taking on this client because I think I have something to prove? Yes. But they would look so good on my website. That's not your path.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
You are to begin to develop the art of direct perception. This is the ability to recognize yourself, not only in the eyes of others, but from how you feel about yourself. This is a step towards a radical empowerment that does not require perfection in order for you to recognize you are lovable and have much to offer. More often than not, reflections are more about the state of the reflector than what is being reflected. I have been putting a lot of power in the hands of those that signed up and wanting to prove myself to them, when in reality, I need to have firm belief in who I am and how I show up, no matter what the response is from the group. I will now choose to directly perceive my own beauty and turn within with kindness and compassion to see myself through the eyes of unconditional love. So be it.
Let me tell you, learning to vlog is not easy. I've been doing videos since 2007 and I went to film school. If it comes easy to anyone, it should be to me. But I have mental chatter. I have thoughts that my life isn't interesting enough. I throw away footage before even editing it. But I'm staying the course, knowing that every video will be better than the last. This is an internal journey unfolding in the eyes of the public. Ultimately, only I can label my self-worth. And so I hit record. I hope this encourages some of you to do the same.